luggage to come on down to the gangway on deck 3 to forward and deck 2 midship. And zone tags 1 through 20. So check luggage 1 through 20 is also available in the terminal at this time. So 1 through 20 as a recap for check luggage, and A all the way through K. You can come on down to the gangway on deck 3 to forward.
All right, we are live here in Miami, waiting to get off the board, off the ship. It is a little bit of a process. You can make it as simple or as easy as you like, but just know that getting off, you can either check your bags and they'll take them.
So my poor youngest child.
Take it downstairs for you, or if you really want, you can try carrying it all.
I mean, we made it work, but our kids were like, we will be getting 2 Ubers next time. This is ridiculous.
It was terrible.
It was horrible. We made it work though.
Oh, we did.
And like that for like 2 hours to get from one, because their flights are bumped and bumped and bumped, and then
We just don't put old ladies in bed and hotel or in the airport. We were just like willing to do anything at that point. I called my dad because he has pickup truck. I was like, who's going to pick us up that can fit all of us? Yeah. And we tried my dad, but he goes back and forth to his girlfriends a lot. She's like an hour away from him, and he was like, I don't have my truck. And I was like, I don't need to all the way home. And then have to drive all the way to Louisville to pick us up. I was like, we'll just do that. And my dad tried to solve those problems for you. And I was like, no, we'll figure it out. And we would have been nice.
my dad did that once. He picked me up from Kansas City, from Lincoln, Nebraska, and drove to an airport in Kansas City to pick him up. I was flying out to Ohio to visit him when we were dating, and like I'm flying back, and I couldn't get flights figured out in Nebraska. So it's like Lincoln has an airport, but it's super tiny, and the connections are very sparse. Like it's very hard to really travel out of Lincoln. And usually more expensive. And then, like, so Omaha, which is about an hour from us, is our largest airport. And
All right, guys, so we are waiting on the Carnival Horizon right now, trying to get off the boat, but we are waiting for our number to be called, which should be around 10 o'clock, so we've got about 40 more minutes left, and so we're just killing some time, and then we've got, I think, about 5 hours at the airport, so we will probably go live again and spend some time with you. But as you can see, there's a poll right now. So when you travel more than 8 hours, how do you like to travel? Do you like to fly? Do you like to drive? Do you like to go by bus? Do you like to go by train? What is your preferred method of travel? Here comes the poll. What the heck are you doing? We are heading on the Carnival Horizon to Debark. Time to get off the ship. It's been an interesting cruise so far. Tiff, why don't you kind of talk about some of the things we've experienced?
that we've experienced on this boat that are not normal, or
Yeah.
what? Okay, so this cruise was originally supposed to go to 3 different ports, and it was one of the main reasons we had booked this one is for the Cayman Islands, because we did a bunch of research on places that had awesome snorkel experiences, because we love to go snorkeling. So we had booked this cruise specifically for that island, and then what ended up happening is this boat that was ahead of us, filled with people, ended up having engine issues, which made it chug along a lot slower. And so they were not going to make it back to the port in time to get everybody off the boat, clean it, and then get all of us back on. So we ended up basically a day behind schedule and not able to get onto the boat. And so they ended up skipping the Cayman Islands, which is very sad. Worst things in life, because we've been very comfortable and having a good time on the boat. And all of the staff have been amazingly kind, wonderful to deal with, and very understanding that, you know, we're not super thrilled that some of the changes, but In general, I think everyone's been in a pretty good mood about it. They are doing some reimbursement with onboard credit as well as actual reimbursements to our account for that missing day. I don't know what else.
Yeah, that pretty much summarizes it. They did say if you're not happy with some of the things that have transpired on the boat, then you can call customer service when you're back on the mainland. So I'll do that this week and let them know, hey, we expect some type of reimbursement for skipping Grand Cayman. But overall, no, it was a good trip, very relaxing. Actually, having one extra day at sea, I would say was well worth it.
It was really nice, just more time to just relax, and it just kind of depends on what type of trip we're on. When we're with our kids, we tend to be way more active, and we're out doing things, and we're going to all the different activities. When it's just the two of us, I prefer a much more slow pace, relaxed, chill. I did a lot of that on this trip. I did have to get some work done, so I was able to set up my laptop and get some work done, but who couldn't ask for a better place, or I couldn't ask for a better place to be doing work, is sitting right next to the ocean.
Right.
So,
and internet is kind of sketch.
Yes.
It comes and goes when you're on the ocean, but
which was kind of annoying, but worse things could have happened.
right. So it looks like right now 50% of y'all like to fly when more than 8 hours, 31% drive, bus 6%, train 12%.
Well, I like to see that there's actually people that like to take bus and train.
Yeah, I know.
Because I've never really been on a train.
I did years ago out to Denver and back, and it was nice, but I don't know. I mean, I hear it's not really cost effective, so you're going to spend less probably than a flight, but for the convenience of getting to a place, I like it. So, and personally, I have an 8-hour rule. If I will be traveling more than 8 hours, I will fly no matter what. It's just, by that point, it's just so much more convenient. So,
Yeah. So, those of you that do take the train, do you find it more relaxing? What are the seats like? Like, are you in a seat? See, I've never even been on a train like that. I've been on trains in like public transit in larger cities, but not on like a, I don't know, what do they call that?
Amtrak?
Like an Amtrak, yeah. I've never been on like that. So what are the seats like? Are they like an airplane where you get like a padded seat? Comment below, what are the seats like on a train? Because I really have no idea.
You have sleeper cars.
Yeah, I mean, you could pay for a sleeper car, but I'm just curious for those that actually voted for it to hear from you on what is that like?
And what about those who like to drive when it's more than 8 hours? So if you have a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, or wife, do both of you take turns, or does one person do all the driving? So with us, I pretty much do all the driving, and I actually really like it. Tiff tends to nod off.
I just sleep.
She kind of falls asleep whether she's at the wheel or not. So
I'm a passenger princess, and it's fine.
That's right. So I've learned just to drive, and I actually really enjoy it. But yeah, let us know when you are driving. Who's driving? You? The kids? See, now we actually have 2 drivers in our household, and we really haven't driven anywhere that needed that. Maybe next time we drive up to Minnesota to see family, maybe we can have them drive for a while. But
yeah, we're not getting many other questions.
So one of the things we like up for questions. Do you have any travel questions, discount questions, when budget traveling, things like that? Questions about cruising. I'm happy to answer those questions for you. We're going to end the poll here in just a couple minutes, though. So if you have not voted yet for how you like to travel more than 8 hours, make sure you get your vote in. I'm not surprised most people want to fly.
Well, of course. The hard thing is that flying can be, depending on how soon, like how far in advance you book it, it can be pretty expensive, especially if you have a large family, which is why we've driven across the country multiple times.
Right.
When you have multiple kids to have to pay for, it really isn't very economical. Obviously, it saves a lot of time to fly.
Yeah.
However, it's not always the most economic, conscious choice.
Economic conscious choice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write that book. Economic conscious choice. Sounds like a good book I'd like to read. So one thing that did change
Good morning,
officially.
everyone. In case you missed the announcement, we need to clear the shipment next 20 minutes. The gangways are clear, are open for you. All the luggage is in place, all the letters have been cleared. Deck 3 at the front, that is one gangway. The second one, deck 2 at midship. Choose one, safe travels.
Thank you. So, oh, here it
Good morning,
comes.
Carnival Horizon. This announcement is for the following guests.
So we have announcements, so we can't hear. We can't talk.
Hola, bienvenidos.
So loud.
Gina, Kathleen,
So basically, they're saying we have to be off the road in the next 20 minutes, which is totally fine. So we've had our breakfast, we've had our coffee.
We're just trying to save our time from having to spend the next 5 hours at the airport.
Exactly. So one thing I do like about Debarkation Day, and with Carnival at least, is they provide a full breakfast, which is really nice. It's not just a continental breakfast, but it's a full breakfast with bacon and eggs and croissants and toast and bagel station. And if you want it, they pretty much have it.
So again, we got some nice open parks right now in the gateway. A through N are all the luggage, and check luggage 1 through 26. You come on down to the gateway at this time.
The other thing I would say is what's the date today? It's November 22nd. So when we flew here on Southwest, we're Southwest Airlines people. When we flew out here, all of our bags flew free. But I checked our baggage today, and only one bag flies free for us. So we are A-list members, and we have the Southwest Priority credit card. So with that, you get one bag fly free. But our other two bags did not fly free today. So it's $35 per extra bag. So just be
that's
prepared.
not too bad, though.
It's not terrible, but when you've been used to it being free,
Yeah.
it definitely sucks.
Is that something new for Southwest or what?
Yeah, they changed their rewards program, and people naturally lost their mind. And that's even true for Carnival. Carnival actually is going to reset their rewards program so much so that everybody loses their status and is starting over. Unless I think you had a certain amount of status, I forget. But we talked to either Diamond or Platinum members a couple nights ago, and they said, yeah, after the next like 2 cruises that they're doing, their status is gone. But they did say that you can actually transfer your status to another cruise line. So you just need to contact the customer service like MSC and say, hey, we're gold members with Carnival and we are going to switch our loyalty. Will you take us? And apparently they're doing that, so that's really cool. But hey guys, I think we are going to kind of wrap up here in the ship and head out. But we will probably be back on a little bit later today, so be thinking about what questions you have. We'd like to talk to you. We also need some suggestions. Where should we go for a future trip? We've got one trip planned in February, and then after that, we're not really sure. So put in the comments below where you think we should go next. Takeoff with Tiff and Nat.
Sorry for those that just joined us. You'll have to watch the playback later.
That's right, but hey, no surprise. Looks like 23 people voted on our poll this morning. 22% said drive, fly 61%, 4% for the bus, and 13% for the train. So for our 21-hour drive commute today, we decided to take the plane.
Airplane.
Yeah, we're going to fly home, but we'll see you at the airport.